And if the rule for adding fractions is you need a common denominator and then you add the tops or add the numerators, the rule for subtracting fractions is identical. We need the bottoms to be the same size in order to add or subtract. And so here, the soccer team decides to donate half a pizza to student services. They have 5/6 of a pizza left over, and they want to subtract half of it. How much do they have left? So we're trying to do 5/6 minus 1/2. And in order to add or subtract, the bottom numbers have to be the same. So you'll see when I work, I show my work and I do step by step. I want these bottom numbers to be the same. What number could be the same if you count by 2s or count by 6s? 6, right? Because if you go 2, 4, 6, you'd hit 6. So we don't even need to change the first one, but we need to change the second one. So the first one, since it doesn't change, is still 5 on 6. But the second one, I would have to multiply this by 3. And another thing that you'll see me doing while I do my work is I sometimes switch colors so that you can see what's happening in different times. You might like to bring different colors to class or a highlighter and things like that. So 1/2 is the same as 3/6. And when you subtract it, you would get 2/6 left. And 2/6 is the same as 1/3. Now, if we look at this as a picture, if we look about having a pizza cut into 6 pieces, and we decided we had 5/6 of the pizza left. Oh my goodness, my board is slow. I want to color cheese right now. Come on. Too much math for the contest, now this? Ruined your brain. Oh. I kind of disagree with that because I don't ever think there's such a thing as too much math, but that's all day. That's what I'm doing. That's what I do. I get to do math every day. It's like the best job in the world. Maybe for me. Maybe not for other people. That's why. Here we go. Let's go. There we go. I can color my cheese. We had 5/6. I am coloring with a crayon. So much fun to color with a crayon. Should we do pepperoni again? I think so. There we go. Wonderful pizza. Now, from the picture, pictures tell a very easy story of understanding fractions. Can you see that you have 5/6 of a pizza left because you have 5 out of the 6 pizzas? If you want to give away half, draw it in blue, you would give away this is half of a pizza. And from that picture, it's really easy to see that half a pizza is the same as 3/6. And when we wanted to subtract and say, what do we have left? Well, we have 2 pieces left, 2/6 left. If I split my pizza into thirds, does it make sense that the 2/6 is equal to 1/3? So when we're dealing with fractions, awesome if you know the rules and are able to do them, because that's going to help you in your math class. You need to be able to know the rules for fractions and be able to do them as quick as you can. But at the same time, it's really important that you can take the numbers and think about them in some sort of realistic example. This one was with a pizza. And you can see how the numbers relate to each other. Because when we deal with a real life example, right, it's easier. If you had a pizza and wanted to give half of it away, I think you'd have no problem. I don't know, because your math teacher looked, undernourished and grumpy, hungry, hangry. I'm not sure. Maybe you would want to give your math teacher pizza. You could see that happening. Okay, so here's some for you to try. You've already done those? I've got, oh good, I've got more. And I will put the answer up for these in a second so you can see how you did. And remember, you are going to hand in your adding fractions sheet today. So if you have that done, you can put it on the desk up here. No, they're for practice, which makes it 4 marks. It'll make it for marks when you do your quiz or test, because the more practice you've done, the better you'll be off. So I'm going to put the answers up for these 3 that were on your notes so that you can see if you got them right, if you've tried them, or if you're stuck, you can pay attention to relearn or focus on what the rules are. For showing my work, I'm going to do the same thing as before. I'm going to write my fractions and then try to figure out what the bottom should be. So for 5/6 minus 2/3, in order to have a common denominator, 6 is possible. Because I can get them both to be 6 by just multiplying the second one by 2. That would allow me, the first one stays 5/6, but now I would subtract 4 out of 6. And then with subtracting fractions, once your denominators are the same, that's saying now that my pieces are the same size, then I have 5 pieces minus 4 pieces would leave me with only 1 piece left. The size would stay the same. So that's why you're left with 1/6. Yes, Jackson? I'll check if I have a Band-Aid. All right, so for this next one, with 5 and 8, something that's in common with both of those is 40. Which means you would have to multiply this by 5, so top and bottom, this by 8, so top and bottom, and we would have 35 out of 40 minus 16 out of 40, leaving us with 19 out of 40. And the last one has adding in between, but with a negative sign, with 4 and 8. The common denominator here will be 8. You just need to multiply the first one by 2. And when you have a negative outside of a fraction, you can put that negative with the number on the top, or you could put the negative with the number on the bottom. But since we were wanting to add our tops, it makes sense to write the top as -6. This one doesn't change. And now we have to add integers. If you're at -6 and add 5, you will end up at -1. Kale, did you get one of these adding ones? No? Yeah, we're going to work on, now we're going to work on the subtracting one for a bit. What a crazy day with